What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for MLB Saturday, June 17th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's MLB slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, we have a 9-game slate today. We're getting a late start here at 4:05 p.m. Eastern. So let's take a look at the pitcher position. So there's a couple of studs that I like. Bryce Elder, Lucas Giolito. But there was a low salary pitcher that kind of stuck out a little bit here. Take a look at Adam Wainwright. So he's pitching against the New York Mets, who have a low salary batting team. And Adam Wainwright, he's only giving up a .727 OPS versus righties, facing 4 righties here tonight. But what I liked about this pick is the Mets have only hit 26 of his last 100 pitches. It's a .260 batting average, which isn't bad, and that's a big sample size. And Adam Wainwright is only $6,800 FanDuel salary, $500 less on DraftKings. Now, he's only averaging 16 fantasy points per game on the season. He does have an ERA of 5.79. Record is 2-1, pitching an average of 94 pitches per game. He pitched 6 innings last game. If he can get another 6 innings under his belt and throw some strikeouts and not get lit up, I think he's a good option here for a low salary, high risk, high reward pitcher. So I like Adam Wainwright as a sleeper pick here versus the New York Mets. Okay, let's take a look at the catcher first base position. So I like Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's got a 19% batting advantage over Dane Dunning. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. batting a .768 OPS versus righty pitchers. Dane Dunning pitching his worst ball versus righty batters, giving up a .670 OPS versus righties. And Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is 3 for 8 here versus Dunning. It's a .375 batting average and a .875 OPS. So he's $3,300 FanDuel salary, $1,900 more on DraftKings, averaging 10 fantasy points per game on the season. And he has a batting average of .279. Now, he's been in a little slump the past 3 or 4 games, hasn't really got much going. So I think he is due for a big game here, and his salary has come down. So I like Vladimir Guerrero Jr. here versus Dane Dunning. Okay, everyone, it's time to announce the winner of our $25 weekly PayPal giveaway. And the winner is Lester Butler. Congratulations, Lester Butler. Even though you did comment and say that you didn't like my picks, you won. So congratulations, I think that's awesome. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won. And then we'll send you $25 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's take a look at the second base position. So I like Whit Merrifield. He has a 21% batting advantage over that same low salary pitcher, Dane Dunning. So Whit Merrifield batting a .731 OPS versus righties. Dane Dunning pitching his worst ball versus righty batters, 20% worse than his other pitches, giving up a .670 OPS versus righties. Now, Whit Merrifield is 3 for 10 here versus Dunning, so 300 batting average with a .864 OPS. He's 3,000 FanDuel salary. He's 700 more on DraftKings. He's averaging 10 fantasy points per game on the season, and he has a batting average of .307, and he did score fantasy points in all 5 of his last games. So I like Whit Merrifield here versus Dane Dunning. Okay guys, let's take a look at the third base position. So I like Ryan McMahon. He's got a 30% batting advantage over Bryce Elder. Ryan McMahon batting 20% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .881 OPS versus righties. Bryce Elder is pitching his worst ball versus lefty batters, 10% worse than his other pitches, giving up a .701 OPS versus lefties. So there's no at-bats versus Elder yet. And Ryan McMahon is 3,300 FanDuel salary. He's 1,300 more on DraftKings. He's averaging 11 fantasy points per game on the season. He has a batting average of .271, scored fantasy points in all 5 of his last games, and 4 out of those 5 were for 18 plus fantasy points. So I like Ryan McMahon here versus Bryce Elder.
Real quick guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups.
Okay, let's take a look at the shortstop position. Okay, I like Bo Bichette. He's got a 7% batting advantage. It looks like we're stacking up batters here versus Dane Dunning. So Bo Bichette, he's batting a .808 OPS versus righties. Dane Dunning, we know, giving up a .670 OPS versus righties. Now, I like this pick because Bo Bichette is 4 for 8 here versus Dunning, but take a look at this, guys. This really sticks out. He has a 2.125 OPS because 3 of those 4 hits were for home runs. So it's going to be an interesting matchup here. It looks like Bo Bichette has his number, and Bo is averaging 11 fantasy points per game on the season. Oh, he's 3,400 FanDuel salary, 2,000 more on DraftKings. I think his salary is reasonable, especially on FanDuel, and he's got a batting average of .317. This guy could be my top pick for tonight for the salary, for the price point, especially on FanDuel. So I like Bo Bichette here versus Dane Dunning. Okay, moving on to the outfield position. So I think Bryce Harper's in a good spot. He's eligible at the outfield position. But take a look at Brent Rooker. He's got a 75% batting advantage over a low salary pitcher, Christopher Sanchez. Brent Rooker batting 23% better versus lefty pitchers, batting a 1.003 OPS versus lefties. Christopher Sanchez pitching his worst ball versus righty batters, giving up a .833 OPS versus righties. So there's no at-bats versus Sanchez yet. And Brent Rooker is 3,100 FanDuel salary, but only 200 more on DraftKings. So I love that DraftKings price. He's averaging 11 fantasy points per game on the season, and he's got a batting average of .256, cooled off the last couple games, but I think this is a good bounce back game. So I like Brent Rooker here versus Christopher Sanchez.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video, or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smiggity smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this MLB slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.